Hello there, I'm Mason Wynn.
And I'm Brennan Palmer.
We will be joined by Ashley Wacha, and tonight's top stories are...
Thanks guys. Hey everyone, it's Ashley Wacha. There has been some talk around regarding the Second Amendment in the Constitution. According to CBS News, the Biden administration calls for Congress to ban all assault weapons across the country. But some people have concerns about the extent of which items they will ban. This causes a social strain on our economy because everyone has different views on this topic and which items fit into the category of assault weapons. Some may say this will prevent mass casualties like school shootings, but others look at what the UK did, which was banning guns, and then people started using knives for illegal activities. What's your opinion? Before making this decision, I ask everyone to research and see both sides of the story to understand. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now, we will be talking about gender issues around the world. Brennan, did you know that women still don't have as much education as men do?
How so?
Well, around the world, women still don't have as much education as men do, like I said. A shocking 1/4 of women between the ages of 15 and 24 will not finish primary school. That makes up around 58% of people that will not complete the basic education. Of all the illiterate people in the world, 2/3 are women. When women are not educated as the same level as men are, it is a huge effect on their future and the kinds of opportunities that they will get.
Other news tonight. Gas prices nationwide have reached an all-time high. Some states are seeing upwards of $33 a gallon. The results from a recent poll that was completed by 36 people from Davies High School. 63% of them said that it is Biden's fault for the spike in prices. Hunter McCullough, a student at Davies, was interviewed regarding gas prices, and his opinions were much like the... Hunter McCullough, what are your thoughts on the recent spike in gas prices?
It really sucks, man. Gas is expensive, and I don't like it.
Whose fault do you think it is?
It is Joe Biden's fault because he's the one who controls our economy, I think. And
You think?
yeah,
Do you know?
no, I do not know. Could you tell me?
Well, what about the Keystone Pipeline? How about that?
Oh, I think that's a really sorry thing because we should have got that. Would have gave farmers in the area a lot of money. But now it won't happen, and we're going to have to give it to the railroad men. And if the railroad men get that gas money, then they're just going to be super, super rich, and farmers are just going to get poor. It's going to be real sad.
Sounds like a not good time.
No, not good time at all.
I thank you for your time, Hunter.
You're welcome.
So, why are gas prices so high? Well, ABC News says that last year, stay-at-home orders early in the pandemic caused oil and gas prices to crash, taking the average per gallon price below $2. Higher oil prices brought up on by pickup in economic activity and subsequent demand for fuel is driving the increase in the prices.
Now, I will be talking about abortions. Today, we went around interviewing people about their opinion and what their stance is on abortions. Andy, what is your opinion on abortions?
I am actually pro-choice, so yeah, I'm pro-abortion. However, I'm only pro-abortion until the point where, like, the 3-week cutoff ends, for example, if that makes sense. Let me elaborate. If there is a heartbeat, and you know, like, 100% fully that, you know, you had unprotected sex and that you have a child, abort it immediately. There's no point for you to, like, obviously, with financial issues, I can understand, but if you are sitting in a place of privilege where you are able to have an abortion, just do it immediately because there's no point in waiting that 3-week period, and you know the baby already has a heartbeat at that point, so it honestly just does not make sense. So yeah, if you know you're gonna have a baby, abort it if you want to.
One.
So, what are your opinions on abortion?
I think that it's completely wrong to take the life of somebody who doesn't have the choice of whether they get to have their life or whether they don't get to have their life.
And do you understand why some women feel the need or feel like they have to get an abortion?
Some women who are put in the position of where they don't have the choice of having a child, like in a rape case, is about the extent of where I would understand abortion. But at that point, I would start suggesting adoption rather than abortion.
Thank you.
And with that, we feel like it's important for people to fully understand why women feel like they need to get an abortion, why they feel like they have to.
Oh, so it's okay to kill babies?
Not necessarily, but under certain instances or certain circumstances.
So what you're saying is, if I were to kill a man who's been in a coma for 9 months, that's not murder?
I'm not necessarily saying that it's not murder, but if there's logic and reason behind it, because the person can no longer afford it, the person, it's in his will that he doesn't want to, be in a coma for more than 3 months if there's no sign and chance of him living. Many of these women don't feel like they can have a baby because of the economic system that we have right now.
You know what? I feel like you have a good point, because I'd rather a baby doesn't grow up in a terrible household than, has not enough food on the table to eat, has to worry about when his next meal is, than to, have to suffer through that, than just...
And many of these babies also worry about supporting for their children, like you said. Many of them worry if they can have enough money for it.
Thank you for, talking to me about that and informing me on different opinions on that, because before I was a little bit more towards not killing babies, but now you sort of, helped me learn more about the topic. Some better news tonight. COVID cases are at an all-time low for Cass County, averaging 12 cases in 7 days. Cass has rebounded well after the recent spike that occurred November to December 2020. North Dakota's vaccinations have been going smoothly, with a total of 587,926 doses administered out of 635,010 doses received. Nationwide, close to 291 million vaccinations have been administered to Americans, and the CDC is hoping to eventually reach herd immunity. But by the looks of it, vaccination rates are dropping fast, and the end is farther away than we expected. Thank you for joining us tonight on Win Pupple News, and we'll see you tomorrow.